yield, dollar yield.
Sign. I see signs.
Keep in mind, everybody rolling ain't gon' ride when it's time. If you hit they line and they don't pick up, there's a sign. Hate to see you shine, but quick to act like they your kind. Yellow mama find me, she a lemon with the rhyme.
Hi, how you doing, Mr. FlightDogg?
How you doing? I'm wonderful in yourself.
I'm good. I just want to first say thank you so much for coming to my platform and sharing your story with us.
And I want to say thank you for having me.
Well, that's great. So now here's the thing.
Okay.
Because we're just gonna jump right into it because we're not gonna waste any time.
All right.
Okay, so basically just tell me a little bit about yourself and like where you from, how old are you? You have any kids?
I'm an old nigga. Can we use from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an old nigga. I just turned 37 last month. Originally, I am from Gary, Indiana. Lived there till like 7 years old, and my mother moved us down here because my mama had lived here before and all that. So basically, I spent pretty much most of my life between here and Mississippi, but that's where my grandmother is from.
Okay.
You know, so I represent the South. I've been in the South, all my life. So,
Yeah. So when did you move here?
like I say, like third grade. I've been here since I was like little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You got any kids?
No.
You said
No.
that like.
No. They cost too much money. No, they cost too much money. They cost too much money, man. You got to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I'm not responsible enough for no child right now.
Well,
So,
that's fair.
That wouldn't even, that would just completely mess my life up.
Hey, to each his own. You know what's best for you.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get right into it. So the day of the incident.
Mm-hmm.
Take us and tell everyone what you would like us to know as far as when you were in the store,
Mm-hmm.
what made you react the way that you react so like promptly the way you did?
I mean, I seen him open my door and get in my car. And it wasn't even this, and this is what's so crazy, because everybody out there talking about what they would have done, you know what I'm saying, and what I should have did. But the fact of the matter is, and this is a fact, I wish I could get the surveillance footage from the store, because it was a matter of seconds. I see the dude get in my car. So I pull my gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my way out the door. And all at the same time, I'm thinking, do I need to cock it or is it one in the chamber? I got one in the chamber. Now I'm like, okay, is my safety off? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have to think about and process all of this while I'm on my way out the door. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
So everybody talking about what they would have did, but a lot of people wouldn't even react to that fact.
That's true. That is so true because I can't tell you and just like you said, everybody else, I was in my mind like, oh man, but you don't know.
You don't know
Until
you're
you're actually in that situation, what we would do. We can all say what we will do or what we should have, could have done.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And then there's people don't understand in a situation like that, it's so many variables that you have to take into consideration.
That is true.
You cannot react. You understand what I'm saying? Like just on impulse. When I seen the dude get in my car, all I seen was a big tall nigga getting in my car.
Yeah.
But then when I walk up on my car and I got the gun on him and he look up, he a kid.
So then what do? Like in your mind, you thinking like, what do I do? Because I know you didn't want to kill him, and I applaud you for that, my brother. Because that could have been another dead brother.
It could have been.
I applaud you because had it been someone else of a different race, it would have probably went different.
Right. And
I applaud you for that.
A lot of people of our own color saying that they would have shot him.
Yeah.
But that's what they saying.
Exactly.
That's what they saying. Until you in that moment and you got your finger on the trigger and somebody's life is in your hands in that moment.
Exactly.
You don't know what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
Exactly. A lot of people would have froze up, watched the dude get in their car and drove off.
That's true. That's true.
Because what a lot of people don't know is he didn't just not get away because it was a stick. If it was an automatic, he wouldn't have got away because I was on him too fast.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting the promptness
I was
and
on
the
him too
quick
fast.
reaction. He wasn't expecting that at all.
Because I seen the whole thing. I didn't see him get out of the car he was in, but when I looked up, I did see him walking around my car. I'm like, this nigga finna get in my car? I know he not finna get in my car. Sure enough, he looking around, reached, opened my car door, got it. Oh, hell no. And, you know, I responded, but like everybody talking about, I ain't worried about what nobody talking about as far as that go. Cause everybody, what they woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know what I mean, to the end.
That's right. That is so true. This is what I want to know. I'm curious because as soon as you got out there and when you draw down on him, what was his reaction? Like, was he scared or was he just like, man, fuck this nigga?
No, he was immediately scared. He didn't give me no problems or none of that. Like I said, cause I had my gun pulled before I even got out the store. So when he looked up, I already had my gun in his face. So as soon as he looked up, he was, oh man, I'm not trying to steal. You ain't trying to steal what? Get the fuck out of my car.
Wow, because if you wasn't trying to steal it, what were you doing in it?
Right.
Wow.
Yep.
So as soon as you told him to, he immediately got out.
Yeah.
And then when he got out, you know, like what was the facial expressions he had? Like,
he was scared.
Because
he didn't know what
scared.
Yeah, you could tell he was scared. And then a lot of people say, oh, well, why didn't he just get up and walk off? Why didn't he just get up and run away?
Well, he couldn't because you had the gun.
He didn't know whether I was going to shoot him or
right.
not. And why would you take that chance?
Exactly.
You dead wrong.
Yeah.
You dead wrong, first of all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you even take that chance to see if somebody going to shoot you or not? I ain't. I ain't even, man, listen, what you need me to do? I ain't even finna play with nobody. Fuck that.
Yeah. That's the only thing that, you know, I was looking at as far as him. You know, I was wondering, was he scared straight? Do you think that this is a life lesson to him? Or do you think that this is something that, you know, he's just gonna get out next week or whatever and go out and do it again? Or do you think he actually learned a valuable lesson in that experience at that very moment?
I think he did. Because you could tell he ain't never had no gun in his face. You know, he's 19.
Yeah.
He's 19 years old. Like, he's still a kid. And to be honest with you, I wish the shit never happened, period.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to send nobody to jail, but at the same time, you're not finna try to steal my car and don't nothing happen.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't no movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I hate it. You know, I say it all the time. I'm not no tough guy. I'm not no gangster. I'm not out here trying to be hard. Y'all can have that. Listen to me, tough guys. I don't want none of that shit. Y'all can have that. I'm 37 years old. I did that shit 20 years ago. Y'all can have that. I ain't out here looking for no trouble. Period.
I'm glad that you spoke that well, because I think that there's a lot of young brothers need to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of awareness need to be dealt with on that. As far as the innocent bystanders that were around the area, did they like have their cameras out? Were they filming? What was going on with them? Like other people that were around, or were there even other people?
It was other people.
vicinity?
It was other people. It was other people there, but I was so focused on him that I really didn't or wasn't able to pay attention to the other people. Even though I was, you know, looking around, you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
I didn't see nobody standing with. But I didn't even know my guy was recording me from the side. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I ain't see none of that. But I know the guy that was to my right, he called the police for me, and mainly the people that was out there, their main concern was me being a black man standing out here with a gun.
When the police pulled
When
up.
the police pull up.
Uh-huh.
That's what their concern was. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's pretty much what people was saying to me. It was no other talk about nothing else. It was just please make sure you know, put your gun down when the police pull up. You know, which I already knew that that's what I was gonna do.
So were you on the phone with the police when, you know, the dispatch, when they pulled up? So
Whole
they
time.
also knew that you had the gun, so you let them know that I
Whole
do
time.
have a gun in my hand.
Yes, ma'am.
That was very smart.
Yes, ma'am. When I was on
And
the
stayed
line.
on the phone with them and let them know. And so as soon as the police pulled up, So they were already aware that you did have your gun already drawn out.
Yes, ma'am. I told the dispatch. I explained to her everything that happened, and I said several times I have him at gunpoint, so they understand I got my gun. I explained several times what I had on and what he had on. And I literally said the exact words because I want to make sure that the police don't shoot me when they pull up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know, because that's the main thing. I myself would have been so nervous for that because we see it so many times that this is happening. Even you don't even have to have a gun and getting shot. So we've already, just like today, so they finally sentenced Derek Chauvin for the killing of George Floyd. So just a quick on that, 22 years. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not enough. It's not enough. Period. It's not enough. That was blatant murder. And you cannot tell me nothing no different.
Yeah. And see, and this is all coming back. The reason why I brought that up is because it's just like the incident what happened. Like, it's so much as a black, not even just black, the men, but the women also have to already go through and deal with.
Right.
And so when the police has come on the scene, you already have some type of jacket on your back because from them. And so we have all those issues as it is to deal with. So with that being said, Ray, growing up here in Dallas, did you grow up like in a single parent household or
Single parent household.
Okay, yep. But look, you still turned out the way you did. So my next question is this: do you think that young man? Do you think that a father was in his household?
I can't speak on that because I don't know.
Based on the action.
And to be honest with you, I wouldn't even I really don't have nothing to like negative. I don't to say about the dude. Like I don't, I'm not into his household, what he been through. Like, cause I'm really not here to bash the dude.
Exactly.
Like, no matter what happened, he's still another black man.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit happens. People make bad decisions. I don't know what his reasoning was behind it, but I just hope that he learned from it.
Yeah, that's the good thing. And so even with that, because when I saw it, I didn't even know that you yourself did some, videography.
Yeah.
When did you start videoing yourself? When did you start, and where did you learn your lessons from?
I started shooting in March.
Oh, recently?
Yeah, but I've been around it though. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't doing the actual shooting.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? I've been editing videos. I'm a rapper. I've been rapping since I was a kid. So, I've been around this type of stuff. I just wasn't doing the actual shooting part.
Gotcha.
So, personally, me, I have a great level of comprehension. So, I study YouTube videos. See what settings I need to use. See how do I work this? How do I do that? As far as like coming up with concepts of locations and angles and things like that. I did a lot of research on that.
Okay.
And shit, I just got the camera and I got my gimbal and I was in the house practicing with it.
Yeah.
Practice make perfect.
I saw also where you said that you just had your car stole, another one like 2 weeks ago.
Last month on the 16th.
But it wasn't this car, it was another car?
It was another car. Yeah.
So was it in the same area or was it a different area?
It was off of 183 and Regal Road.
So tell me about that.
So it was a Sunday. That day was a Sunday. It rained real hard, right? So my car got stalled out in the water. So I had to leave it I was on the service road to the freeway 183, and so I had to leave it, to wait till it dried out and come back and get it. I came back the next night and it was gone. And I called for a week and a half. The number that they give me to call to check for if the car has been towed, because I'm thinking maybe they towed it.
Right.
Yeah. Nope. It wasn't towed and it's just gone.
So did you report? You reported it stolen?
No, I ain't reported. I should have,
Yeah.
but I didn't. I was like, I feel like everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was time for me to let go of that car.
Yeah. And then you get this one, and then the same thing happened. Well, almost, but at least he didn't get this one.
Right.
You
And
know?
see, because the other one I had, it was in much worse shape than this one. Like, it's not nothing that was like really worth salvaging. Like, you
Gotcha.
know, so I
Gotcha.
ain't worried about it. I just grinded to get another one.
Gotcha. I was just curious about that area because I was like, I wonder, was it in the same vicinity as the first one when I
That's not too far away.
So speaking on that, then, what do you think about the area? Is the
I don't know.
crime rate
Man,
just higher
I
than
don't-
normal?
I don't know what's going on. Personally, I feel like crime could happen anywhere.
That's true.
You know, like
That's true.
that could happen to anybody in any part of the city on any given day. So
That's
I don't just consider it the area. I think I just happen to be in these areas when it happens.
The wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
It's funny because when you went out the door a few minutes ago, I said, where did he go? And then my son was like, he went to go. I said, well, I hope he ain't going out there to get his shit, because we ain't drawing down on me.
Nah,
'Cause
I
ain't did.
had it when I walked in the first time. I just take it with me everywhere. I got a license to have it. I'm taking it.
Yeah, already. I don't blame you. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's not that I'm worried about, like, I don't feel like nobody,
Yeah.
like, y'all not gonna do nothing to me, but at the same time, I don't know who know this dude. I don't know his people.
Yeah.
I don't know who upset.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it may not be y'all. I could be walking out the door and somehow one of them niggas done got the drop on me, you know what I'm saying? In some type of way. Like, you just never know.
Yeah.
So especially with this situation happening, I'm keeping it with me.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of people feel like I was wrong.
Really?
Yeah, they feel like I was wrong. Like, it's
How
literally
so?
it's because I sent them to jail. It's people who feel like this shit makes no sense to me. That I should have either beat him up or let him go, or gave him some type of pep talk and let him go. But it ultimately leads to me letting him go.
Oh, wow.
So you have your people who say, I should have shot him. Then you have your people who feel like I did the right thing. Then you have your people who feel like I should have let him go, and they feel like I'm a snitch, I'm a rat, because I gave him up to the police. But this is my thing though. When I come out the door with the gun, the people we ain't leaving. I don't
So
know
he
how
was
many
with
people.
someone?
Yeah, they
Oh,
pulled up. That's what
wow.
I'm saying. They pulled up in a stolen car to steal my car.
Wow.
He just got out of jail. He's on probation. They pulled up in a stolen car to steal my car. When I come out with the gun, they see the gun and they pull off and leave him. Like I said, I don't know how many people was in the other car, you know. But the point is, they left him, right? I don't know where he's from. I don't know where he lives.
Yeah.
So I let him go. How he gonna leave? Walking? What you think he gonna do?
Exactly.
Go around the corner up the street and try to take somebody else's car?
That part. Because that's bound what was going to happen had you let him go. Because at
Yeah.
that point, he wouldn't have learned a lesson.
You wouldn't have learned nothing.
Wow.
It's literally people out there who feel like I should have let him go.
That's
They say
crazy.
I'm wrong. They calling me a rat and a snitch. I'm like, all right, cool.
But like
whatever.
you said, they don't know unless they're actually in the shoes that you were in.
Right.
We can say all day what we could have done, like you said, but no, that's
Letting him go was not an option.
no,
Period.
that wasn't no.
Period. It's not an option at all.
No, that was not.
Period.
This is the one thing I noticed. I noticed that those police officers asked you about 2 or 3 times for your ID.
No, twice.
Okay,
Twice.
now, on the outside looking in,
Mm-hmm.
I felt some type of way. Did you feel some type of way with them kept asking you about your ID, for your ID, like trying to make you be the victim or something? I mean, not the victim, but you know, like you was the suspect.
It didn't cross my mind, to be honest with you.
Really?
It's funny because I'm reading the comments and a lot of stuff that the people saying in the comments didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
About like with the ID and
Yeah.
why they keep asking
Yeah.
him and stuff. Like in the moment, none of that even crossed my mind.
Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking in my mind when I was watching. I was like, why do they keep asking him for his ID? You know how they do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why are they asking him? You know, but then I thought about it. Well, of course, it's protocol.
Right.
Because they have to know. But then when the other officer approached you and then he said, so did he get your ID? It was like he made it a point to ask that question again. So that's why I kind of wanted to know, like, what was, you know, what were you thinking about that?
And it didn't cross my mind because the beauty in it, if you watch the video, you can hear him saying, when he say you got your ID, I say, yeah, I give it to him. He says, well, okay, thank you, because I gave him my license to carry. You ain't got nothing to ask me after that.
True, true, true. Well, I'm just so glad that the young man didn't get killed, or you didn't have to shoot him,
Right.
And take his life, because that, I'm sure that wouldn't have been good for you to have to live with the rest of your life, taking a young brother's life.
Right.
I do also hope that he learned a valuable lesson in this. I hope that if he's in jail when he gets out or whatever, that he don't do that again. He choose some other road to go.
Right.
And also to all the people that are watching, and if you all think that, you know, it's something else that he could have done different, I don't think that that's an option for you guys to you know, try to put that out there like that if you haven't been in those, you know, shoes. So
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and say what I would have done or could have done, because I did that behind closed doors, but I won't do that now because I don't know now. You know, stuff happens so quick.
Right.
But I do want to say again, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your story. Now, is there anything that you want to put out there as far as your platform? Where can you be follow you? Where can you be booked? Do you have any features coming up? Any singles? Any projects?
I'm just focusing on shooting videos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I put the music in the back seat for right now, and I'm focusing on shooting videos. You know, y'all can rap. I'm gonna make y'all look good on camera. I'm FlightDogg on IG with 2 G's, DOGG.
Okay. There you have it. Now, is there any other platform that you want them to follow you? Any booking, email addresses, or anything you want to put out there?
Instagram.
Instagram,
Everything
that's
through
it?
Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at FlightDogg and DM me. That's my page, and we can go from there.
Okay.
That's where they can book me at, all that.
Perfect. So you guys, y'all heard it first. Since said it. Thank you again, FlightDogg, and we're out here.